What's up, guys? Angry Manduke here again, and what am I angry about?
What have you got for me this time?
Farts.
Smells like fresh shit.
Excuse me, I've been doing that all day.
One cannot but wonder what might prompt such an act.
Why am I angry about farts? There's the obvious fact that
I'm nasty.
I live in this 75 square foot space.
Bit of a hermit.
And it's not that big. Sometimes
I shit myself.
We don't make mistakes here. We just have happy accidents.
I just can't stop myself. I'm ripping them left and right.
Just blowing hot air.
Why else am I angry about farts? Well, because everything gives me gas. It's not just a little bit here and a little bit there. If I have bananas, I get banana farts.
A demonstration, perhaps.
If I have chicken, I get chicken farts. If I have turkey, I have
Filthy. Vulgar.
turkey farts. If I have apples, I have apple farts. Everything gives me gas.
A fact known well to every woman.
Everything makes me fart.
We have got to fight back.
So it's not like I can avoid it. If I'm going to eat, which I have to eat, if I'm going to eat, I'm gonna fart. There's no way around it. But what makes me angry about it, there's some people that think that farts are hilarious.
Sack of shit.
I'm one of those people.
Nasty.
Mostly because if I didn't think it was hilarious and I thought it was offensive, I'd be offending myself and I wouldn't be able to accept who I am as a person.
Then do it. Do it.
Because I fart all the time.
I can sort of smell poo.
I can almost fart on command.
Perhaps I should shit to complete the aroma.
I'm angry about farts because it offends people. So who's it offend? Generally, women.
Big dirty shithogs.
Women are offended that I fart. And it's not just that I fart, it's that men fart and women act like they don't fart.
This is a feminist myth.
But that's bullshit because everybody farts.
Maybe there's another little cloud right here. Just let these clouds just float around wherever you think there should be one.
If you don't fart, you end up with a colon infection
Oh God, what is that?
and you die from that shit.
Yes, we can.
So you gotta fart because it's good for you. You know, the beans, the magical fruit, the more you eat, the more you toot. They say that for a reason.
Ass.
The more you toot, the better you feel. So eat beans with every meal.
A gift.
Could have just been a farmer's idea from many years ago that he felt like he needed to advertise his beans and people thought the farts were funny. Today, in our politically correct society, farts aren't funny anymore.
Some people call it hell.
And that pisses me off.
Jesus, just avert your right.
Because farts are supposed to be funny. Especially when you smell them.
John the non-believer.
Now me, I enjoy farting.
Which concerns me very much.
So I'm not really angry at the fact that everything gives me gas. Although every once in a while, I'll fart in my sleep and it'll be so rank and so disgusting that it'll wake me up out of a dead sleep.
Do your worst.
That kind of pisses me off. Mostly because I'm not sleeping with anyone who can also appreciate it.
I bet you just lick it off when she wasn't looking.
Wow.
And when I mean appreciate it, I really mean be disgusted by it.
That's what she said.
I enjoy store farting. Yeah, I'm that guy. That guy who will stand in a really busy ass line during Christmas season. Like, I'll go out intentionally on Black Friday after having chili just so I can stand in that really obnoxiously long line and
That explains why you smell like
all night.
It's unbelievable to have this kind of power.
And it's not like it just makes a sound, because I always make sure it makes a sound. I push it out of my tight ass like as quickly as I can so it makes a rip noise.
I take advantage of that all the time, too.
But it's not just the sound. It also stinks.
It's all true.
And when I say stinks, usually people compare my ass to the smell of
Let our powers combine.
shit and death.
By your powers combined.
Sometimes it smells like a dead chicken
Of hope and wonder.
with shit all over it. Other times it smells like broccoli. Sometimes. Sometimes it smells like roses.
Wow. The land of make-believe.
It's like yesterday it smelled like roses. I cleared the whole house out. There have been situations where I was working and I ripped one. I ended up with a 5-minute break because I ripped one and nobody could sit in the same room. Everybody had to evacuate. There have been times where I farted and the windows were down, and even with the wind blowing in my face, it still just lingered because it was that thick nastiness of fart. Most people explain it as the green fog.
Don't act like you don't know what I'm talking about.
There have been situations where I was camping with a girl and we just got done having sex and it was 30 degrees outside of the tent and I ripped one. And she went outside the tent naked and froze her tits off because she couldn't stand the smell of my ass. It was beautiful. Why else am I angry about farts? Well, because sometimes you think it's a fart and it's not.
This is a feminist myth.
Wow.
And it comes out wet and ruins your underpants.
So what? Everything poops.
So I've probably thrown away more pairs of brand new underpants than anybody watching the show.
I shit myself.
Which currently isn't very many, so you guys need to get ahead and subscribe. The end of the video, during the outro, click my face, subscribe. It'll make you feel good. You can fart while you're doing it. It'll make you feel even better. One of my favorite public farting experiences is when there's a little kid that's way too close to me and I can rip one in the kid's face. Wow. Another one of my favorite public farting experiences is to be in an aisle by myself, rip one, and then go around to the next aisle and listen for the people who smell it. Another favorite farting experience is in the car with lockable windows. You rip one when you got a car full of people and you lock the windows out and you just smile.
Yes!
I sometimes excuse myself.
Because it's big, we're afraid of it.
It's not that I'm gonna stop myself from farting, because I'm never going to do that. Never. I don't care who you think you are and how important you think you are, I'm not gonna stop myself.
Social interaction will cease.
But I will excuse myself if I have respect for you. So before you go thinking that just because I farted that I don't like you, the fact is, if I fart around you, that means I'm comfortable around you, and realistically, I fart around everyone, so...
But you're not special. Nobody is.
Don't take it as any kind of offense, it's just that I fart a lot. I fart almost constantly, and because of that, I'm angry about it. It's probably ruined some relationships. I don't really care. Those relationships wouldn't result in me being in this bed with someone right now, and if they did, I wouldn't be telling you about how my farts piss people off. There was one situation where when I was working at AutoZone, I had to fart really bad, and I was trying to be courteous and go get a part for these couple of guys that were trying to get a part for their Subaru or some shit, and they wouldn't let me walk away to go get a part that I thought was going to be the answer to their problem anyway, but I was going to go in the back and fart so I didn't have to fart right up on them. So since they held me there and I couldn't hold it, I let it go. And then they let me go get the part. So I was like, okay, cool, I didn't have to smell it. So I walked to the back, I got the part, I come back, and they're arguing and blaming each other. You farted, no, you farted, you farted, no, you farted. And when I got back, I was like, guys, I'm going to, break this up right now. I farted.
I'm not sorry. Not at all.
And they're like, that's fucked up, man. That shit really stinks.
That's not my problem.
I'm like, well, I tried to walk away and you wouldn't let me, so, it is what it is. It turns out their part did fix their problem, but when they left the store, my employee was coming back from break and he was like, yeah, what did you do to those guys? And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, well, they were talking in Spanish about how rude and nasty you were. And I was like, well, I farted. And he was like, oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Nothing but cancer.
Because he had to deal with it too. If I really like my working situation, I'll eat chili before I go in because I know what that's going to do. Sometimes I eat cans of baked beans because I know what it's going to do. Sometimes, well, no, I don't ever go to McDonald's. McDonald's will give me gas, but it makes me do other things that I don't want to do.
I don't need that shit in my life. So anyway, guys, if you like this and you want to see what else I'm angry about, you can check out this video here. Or if you want to see what I'm like when I'm not angry, you can check out this video here. As always, you want to subscribe, you want to like the video, and if you really want to represent, you can pick yourself up an Angry Manduke t-shirt. They're fun for the whole family, and everybody's going to want to know what you're angry about. So thanks for watching, and I'll see all my friends later.